Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Sanchez from National Latino Education Institute. I am the recruiting manager and we are here with a special guest today who actually is from the community, as well as she is currently an intern at our organization. So I wanted her to talk a little bit about what she sees as an outsider at NLEI, the environment, what she is learning so far, and of course give a little bio about where she's going to school right now. But definitely we're excited. Remember, this is a live interactive show, so you can definitely give us a call, 312-738-1060. And as you can tell, I'm a little tan today and I can see myself in the camera, so but definitely we want you guys to call in and ask questions. And of course, again, Jennifer from Recruiting Manager, and you're watching the show Empower You. So, Ruth, can you introduce yourself to everybody today?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, my name is Ruth Velazquex. I'm an intern, as Jennifer mentioned, at National Latino Education Institute. And, so do you want me to talk about?
Yeah, what school do you go to right now?
So, right now I'm going to UIC. I'm currently studying psychology. I'm trying to get my degree in psychology. It'd be my second year doing that.
Wonderful. So, Ruth, tell me what, in your opinion, what so far, and I know that you're really involved in the community because of your dad and stuff like that. Where did you grow up at?
So, I grew up in Pilsen. I lived there for about 10 years. And then I ended up moving to Little Village. That's where we live. Well, that's where we moved there. And then
yeah, go ahead. Tell us about the whole thing with your dad.
So my dad is actually a priest at a church at Little Village. So we've been there. We've been located there for about 12 years now.
Okay.
He's been pastoring for about 20 years now. Total 20 years. We've been there for 12 years. And so I feel like that actually experience has really helped me into getting where I am now, not just with you guys, but in life and stuff. It's been really helpful. It's like the things that I've learned from church and from being a pastor's kid have helped me to move up and help me move up in this internship too.
So then tell me a little bit more, since you're so involved in the community already in Little Village, tell us a little bit about what do you see at NLEI? What are your thoughts about coming to NLEI? How did you even hear about us?
So I actually heard about it from a family member she is really involved in another nonprofit organization that is partnered with you guys, the Brighton Park Neighborhood Community Council. Yes. So BPNC. And she had told me that they were hiring, that they were looking for some youth to do internships for like nonprofits and places like you guys. And I had already done an internship with a nonprofit before, so I figured, I would go for it. I was pretty interested in that. And when they told me when I joined and they told me what organization I was going to be working for, it really interested me. The fact that it was a nonprofit and it was a school, the programs that you guys offered, all of the career and assessment, like the helping for jobs and everything, that was really what interested me to do this.
Nice. Now, since I know you attend UIC and you're studying psychology, what from seeing the UIC life, since you're currently going, in comparison to the students at our school, what are your observations, if you can share with them about it? What do you see the difference? What do you like about NLEI?
There's a lot of things that I like from that school. One of the biggest things that I think that they stand for is the fact that because it is such a small school, it's very closely knit. Like I've noticed that I've seen like a lot of the students that go there, they get it really, really in touch with their teachers. I noticed that it's more personal. It's like a one-on-one thing versus, at UIC, it's like classrooms that are filled with 500 kids where the student never even really gets to meet the teacher outside of the classroom. If you ever have a question, you have to schedule an appointment with them. You can't just walk in, and they're always so busy and they have hundreds of students that they have to attend to before you. And I think that's really something that I would love from a school, is to have a personal experience and a sort of one-on-one connection with your professors, It's just, and then the students too, they get to know each other better in smaller classrooms and sets like that.
That's great. So, you're hearing it from Ruth, right? Ruth is a community member and she's currently an intern, and she's telling you her observations as a community member at NLEI, since she's so involved in the community and already. Definitely we provide employment services, which is a big thing that we do. We're always about developing people's skills. We're always there to help people find jobs. So I know that she definitely probably sees it in Little Village, the need. So tell them more about the Little Village need that you see as, as a community member.
So, since I did live for such a long time in Little Village, I did always notice that, especially, Latinos, Hispanics, there was always a really big need, like in education and work, that you couldn't really get, like, it wasn't as easy for us to get. I feel like a lot of my peers, a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I know from church, from schools, the school that I went to, a lot of people did want to pursue a career, like, for example, in something medical related, like a medical assistant or anything like that. But they didn't really have big opportunities that you guys offered. They didn't really want to go, study at 4-year school or, go to a 2-year college. It was just, I feel like it would have been so much easier for them. Had I known back then, I would have been able to tell them, you should go to NLEI, they had trade school. It's so much more simpler. It's smaller. It's faster. It's a nice way to get your career done in a year or so.
Yeah, and you can still tell them, by the way.
Yes, and I will.
Now, Ruth, what she does is she's working a lot on the social media at NLEI. So that's something, we just want to make sure you guys see. We're located on 2011 West Pershing Road. Our website is www.nlei.org. You definitely, if you have any questions, you can give us a call, 773-247-0707, extension 200. And then, of course, our social media, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, the LinkedIn. So that is what Ruth is working on right now. So can you tell us a little bit about your internship experience? Because we do at National Latino, not only do we help people find jobs, but we're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for interns to help out. Definitely right now, I think volunteers for a lot of not-for-profits and organizations, volunteers and interns are a lot of backbone. They're the backbone to the organizations because they are the ones that can help us spread the word. They are the ones that can help us, especially during tough economic times in the not-for-profit world. So I know she can talk a little bit about what she's currently doing at NLEI and how we so much appreciate all her services. So go ahead and tell them what you're doing.
Yeah, so right now for this summer, what I've been working on has been posting to all of the social media sites that Jennifer just mentioned. I post on the Instagram, I post on our Facebook, any events, any of our programs that we have that we offer there. I give them the information of the dates for the information sessions. I also did help start up our Snapchat.
Yes.
We now have a Snapchat, so you guys can follow us on Snapchat.
Yes, NLEI.Pershing is our Snapchat, so you definitely can like us and follow it.
So yeah, it's just, I help get out all of the information from our programs. I help to post all that. If any people have any questions, I'll usually be the one that responds to your comments or the posts that they put on our pages or on our webpage as well.
Oh, nice. How long have you been doing this for now?
So this would be the 7th week.
Seventh week with us. And the program is through what again? It's the Brighton Park Neighborhood Council, but it's called
It's One Summer Chicago.
It's a
Chicago program that runs every summer, as it's stated in the name.
Wonderful. So One Summer Chicago, and we have 3 other interns as well right now helping us out at NLEI. And then again, throughout the year, we're always looking for interns and volunteers, whether it's helping us at our Hispanic Heritage events, whether it's volunteering at our career fairs, whether it's volunteering at our annual dinner, whether it's volunteering in any capacity at any special events. We're always looking for volunteers to help us out. So definitely, if there's anyone out there that's looking to help out with this organization, we definitely invite you to come in. And then just to remind you all exactly what we do training programs and employment services. So we train bilingual medical assistants. We train medical office specialists. We train entrepreneurs. We have a business development professional program, awesome program. Someone can learn sales, marketing, customer service. That's something that I really like to do. As well as we have smaller courses like a phlebotomy program, EKG, or cardiac care tech, and as well as insurance and coding. So all these programs, fast track, under a year, affordable, economical. So if anyone's looking for some training, of quick training, and again, it's everything from our shortest program is 9 weeks and our longest program is 40 weeks. So definitely something for someone that's looking for employment opportunity. They need something quick, but they don't have enough training under their belt. And that's why I brought Ruth here today, because she is from the community. She can talk about what she sees in the environment, and definitely chime in if you think of anything else of what you see in regards to NLEI. But I think that it's important to talk to our community members about the needs that the community has and how we can meet the need as an organization, right? So that's just a reminder. And of course, employment services. So anyone looking for a job, there are some requirements. They have to bring an ID. They have to bring their social security card. They have to show proof of residency, citizenship in the United States, as well as proof of income. So they have to bring either 2 check stubs. They have to bring employment verification. They have to bring in some type of letter of support from a spouse if they're not working, or their unemployment letter. So anyone from the community that's just looking for a job, and we know that probably Ruth will take advantage of our services and she'll become an employment client, they can come to us and we pair you up with an employment specialist who will help you find a job in what you're looking for, right? We try to match your needs to an employer's needs. And again, this is a free service for the community as well as a free service for the employer. Employers can come to us, call us, and ask us for help to fill their open job opportunities. So that's something that we do as a service for the community. And employers. And then of course, like I said, we have volunteer opportunities. So that's why we're always looking for volunteers, whether it's tutors, whether it's someone to work the social media like Ruth. So Ruth, what she really does, really important, because social media now is kind of
it's become a part of like our everyday life.
It is part of everyday life. Some people cannot get away from social media because so many people are involved with social media. It's just something you do. You eat and you snap a picture.
It's just so natural.
Yeah.
It's like,
and it's really more the millennial generation that takes advantage of that. I know there's others that are not millennial, generation, X, and generation, no, I don't think baby boomers, but some do though. Don't get me wrong. I do have some coworkers that do use social media. So, but it's something that I think that we need to focus on, especially any employer or any business. Really, if you don't have social media right now, you definitely are not targeting the market. You're not targeting the millennials. You're not targeting definitely Latinos, the bicultural Latinos that are majority text messengers. They majority communicate through text messaging, and majority of them are on Facebook or Instagram. So this is something that I was reading, which I found really fascinating, that the millennials, and definitely in a couple of years, Hispanics, it's going to be 1 out of every 4 people are going to be Latino. So that's going to be really impactful for the way that people communicate on social media. So that's why you're here. So tell us a little bit more about the type of themes or things that you've been posting on social media. Like, what are the type of things that for NLEI, what have you been doing? What have you been putting out there?
So some of the things that I have been posting, like as mentioned before, have been the programs that you guys have here. So like, for example, the phlebotomy program, the medical office specialist, the bilingual medical assistant, the cardiac care, all those programs I'm in charge of putting in the information of the programs, the program descriptions, the requirements, and then like I mentioned before, I do also whenever someone has a question, if they comment on one of the pictures that I posted or like the events that I made on Facebook, then I will also answer to them. So
and what I really like is you bring the youthful spin to it, which is really important, because that's what that's what right now our community does, right? They
Mhm.
like to put fun things on Facebook, and that's what a lot of our students do.
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of helps to communicate and like connect with the audience in a way too, other than instead of just being, you know, all business and like really strict or something. There has to be some type of way that you want to connect with like the youth and the audience that like that our target audience in this case.
Yes, I definitely agree. So definitely, again, I want to remind you guys, and we're going to promote a program actually in a few seconds, you know, besides talking about the internship and the need for volunteers. But we're going to focus on the fact that we're going to recruit for something called STEM Training for Trades right now. So we got a class that's going to start on August 22nd. And this program is actually going to be focusing on trade-related skills, construction, manufacturing, mechanical, electrical concepts. See, she knows. Electrical concepts, as well as you get your CDL Class A permit, which is really important. And we help you get that permit. For 2 weeks, we have an instructor there that teaches you how to get your CDL. And then from there, there's a lot of job shadowing involved, connecting with employers throughout and even after the program, which is really important. So we know that the community has a need, and I think it's definitely really important to highlight that the STEM Training for Trade starts August 22nd. Yes, and she's doing a great job because she knows what I'm talking about. And then so another thing that we're going to talk about STEM Training for Trades, the requirements for that program is you have to be on unemployment. You were going to say something?
No, yeah.
Or laid off. You had to have been laid off from a job. You have to have that pink slip, or you have the unemployment benefits. So that's what's going to qualify you. And of course, the process to get enrolled in the STEM Training for Trades is you need to have an ID.
You need to be 18 years or older.
18 years or older. What else? Go ahead.
So you need to have an ID, your social security, right?
Yes.
Proof of your unemployment or that you're laid off, 18 years or older, and I think.
And we test you, so
and you do need to be tested,
and you have to have a valid driver's license.
Oh yes.
So when we test for STEM Training for Trades. We test you in math, reading, and language. So when we test you, we need to make sure you're at minimum 9th grade high school level. And again, a lot of times people do get nervous with this exam, and we've seen it a lot, but we always tell it's okay. You can go ahead and retake the test. We have tutoring there. We have tutoring Tuesdays and Thursdays for those that are a little concerned about their math. We're doing tutoring from 9 to 10:30 or 10:30 to noon. Higher levels 10:30 to noon. Low level math is from 9 to 10:30. So anyone that's looking for tutoring, they can come to us and definitely get that tutoring they need to get their scores up. But I definitely recommend coming in, do an application. We do information sessions Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And then if you are interested, we test at 9:30. If you pass the exam, then we do an interview with the director of the program. So once you meet with the director of the program, you talk to them, they see if you're a good fit for the program and why are you looking to enroll into this program, which is really important. And then finally, once that's all done, then we do drug and background, and then we enroll you into the program, which is great. So those are the things that we do for the STEM Training for Trades program. It's a 9-week training program. It's free to those who qualify. And again, all you need to bring in is the unemployment benefits or the layoff slip, and you qualify for the program. So definitely we're going to share this, and if you have any questions about the program, please give us a call, 312-738-1060. You can feel free to call in, ask us questions about the program, what exactly you're going to be learning. If anyone's interested in volunteering or anyone's interested in becoming an intern at NLEI, you could definitely call in as well and ask us more about it, and we can talk more about it with you. And then of course we're going to start class September 6th is going to be our medical office specialist and our bilingual medical assistant program. So I think those are really important things to note there. So anyone's looking to become a medical assistant, it's 40-week training program. All you need is, again, all our programs we require to do a test, math, reading, and language. It's a tape test. You need to get minimum 9th grade level. And then from there, we also do, you need your ID, you need your birth certificate, your U.S. passport, birth certificate, or U.S. passport, social security card, and then of course you need to bring proof of high school diploma or GED, which is really important. So that's going to be the bilingual medical assistant and the medical office specialist program, both starting on September 6th, which I think is really important. And again, if anyone's interested, you could definitely come visit us at 773 or www.nlei.org, or you could reach us at 773-247-0707 extension 200. And again, we're looking at 2011 West Pershing Road, Chicago, Illinois. So Ruth, I know that we have you here, so I wanted you to talk a little bit more about how, why is the internship so important? And what are your thoughts about doing an internship or volunteering, and let the audience know what are your thoughts about that?
So during these 7 weeks, I've learned a lot. I think that an internship with you guys has been really, really important because, you know, it is a nonprofit. It does look really good on the resume, but not just that, it is a business type, it's like a business type environment. So I really did get a lot of skills, and I learned a lot from there that I can put into practice into other jobs or future, any future place that I would be working at. So there was a lot of things that I learned besides, you know, the social media aspect, communication skills, what else? It's just, I don't know, a lot of professional skills that I know that I can put into practice into other places.
Yes, and I think that's why it's important for those to do internships and volunteer, because that's how you get to the next level, which in all our programs we have externship, right? We have that hands-on training where you actually get to hands-on practice everything that you learned, and that's how you're going to take it to the next level with an employer. So even anyone that's job hunting right now and you need, you're concerned that you don't have enough experience, you might be concerned that you know, maybe you might not qualify for certain jobs, go out there and volunteer. Even if you don't volunteer for NLEI, you can definitely volunteer for other organizations. There's so many not-for-profits out there that people can volunteer for. The churches, you know, you can volunteer for not-for-profits, you can volunteer for schools, you can volunteer for daycares, but you need to volunteer to get something under your belt so that you can put on that resume, because employers like to see that you are active.
That you're experienced, that you...
Exactly, and they don't want you to be idle. They don't like idle. Sometimes that's a red flag for employers. So if you are looking for a job, and definitely these are the type of tips you can get at NLEI in our employment services department, because prior to me being a recruiting manager, I was in employment services, and I was an employment service specialist. So that's something really important for those that are looking for jobs. Definitely need to be doing something. Even not getting paid doesn't mean, I mean, sometimes people need to get paid because they need to put food on the table, which is really important. But if you have the ability to volunteer a couple hours out of your week, that would make a big difference in your resume, and definitely employers see that. In regards to resume, like you said, you got something to put on your resume now, which is really important because you're only in your sophomore year, and you're going into your sophomore year, correct? So, and this is something that you can do more internships. I remember when I was in college at UIC as well, I did multiple internships, and that definitely gave me the skills. I was in sociology, but that gave me the skills to get to the next level, and I did a lot of internships at marketing agencies, which was awesome for me because I was sociology, you know. We have a caller. Hi, caller. What's your comment or question?
Yes, I'm interested in getting more information about the programs that you have, and how does the externship work? Do all of them have to go through that type of training?
Yes, so that's a great question, caller. So externship is important because it is a hands-on opportunity for our students. So they get the experience. Some, for example, medical assisting, you have 160 hours you have to do off-site at one of our partner locations, or you do maybe something like an office specialist where you do 80 hours, and then phlebotomists do 40 hours. So there's different hours, but they're all critical because then the employer can see that you have had some hands-on experience. So I hope I answered your question, caller. Is that it? Is that any other question?
How long does it usually take for the externship to period?
It's based off the employer. So the employer, however they schedule you, that's how it's gonna go about when it comes to it. And we can definitely answer more questions. You can definitely visit us. Call us at 773-247-0707 extension 200 for if you have more questions. Thank you very much, caller. So again, this is Jennifer Sanchez. I know we ran out of time, but we appreciate Ruth to be here and talk about her, her perception of NLEI from the community. And again, you can reach us at 773-247-0707 if you have more questions. And again, this is Jennifer Sanchez with Empower You. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.